Welcome, seekers and explorers of spirituality, to a deep dive into a classic verse from the Bible. Today we unravel the profound layers of Psalm 23, a cherished passage that has provided solace and guidance to countless souls over the ages. Let's immerse ourselves in the words as they wash over us, painting a picture of divine comfort and assurance. This psalm, often recited in times of turmoil and uncertainty, begins with the calming reassurance, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." It's a promise of divine provision, the certainty that with the Lord as our guide, we lack nothing. Next, we're told, "He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters." Here, the imagery of green pastures and still waters evoke a sense of peace and tranquility. This is the Lord leading us to rest, to rejuvenate, to find serenity amidst the chaos. As we delve deeper, He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. This is a testament to divine healing and the guidance we receive to tread on paths of righteousness for the glory of His name. The verse continues, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for Thou art with me. Thy rod and Thy staff, they comfort me." This is the promise of divine protection, the assertion that even in the darkest valleys of life, we are not alone. As we near the end, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over." This speaks of divine favor and abundance, even in the face of adversity. Finally, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." A beautiful conclusion, promising a life filled with goodness, mercy, and eternal dwelling in the Lord's presence. Let's embark on this spiritual journey and explore the profound wisdom embedded in these lines. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." What does this mean to us in our daily lives? This line, the opening of the much-loved 23rd Psalm, is rich in symbolism and significance. Let's delve a bit deeper to unpack its meaning. To understand the verse, we first need to appreciate the symbolism of the Lord as a shepherd. In ancient times, the shepherd was a common figure responsible for protecting and nurturing the flock. The shepherd would lead the sheep to green pastures, guide them to calm waters, and keep them safe from predators. The shepherd was a symbol of guidance, protection, and care. When we apply this symbolism to our spiritual lives, we can interpret the Lord as our shepherd in a similar sense. The Lord guides us, protects us, nourishes us, and provides for us, much like a shepherd does for his flock. He leads us on the right path, keeps us safe from harm, and ensures we are well nourished, both physically and spiritually. But there's more to the verse than just the shepherd metaphor. The second part of the verse states, "I shall not want." This phrase isn't just about physical needs or material possessions. It's about a state of contentment, a sense of fulfillment that comes from being in the presence of the divine. When we say, "I shall not want," we're expressing a profound trust in the divine. We're acknowledging that the Lord, our shepherd, provides for all our needs, whether they be physical, emotional, or spiritual. We're asserting that, with the Lord as our shepherd, we lack nothing. We have everything we need. This doesn't mean we won't face challenges or hardships. Life is full of ups and downs, joys and sorrows. What it does mean is that in every situation, we can find peace and contentment. knowing that we are cared for and guided by the divine. From a philosophical perspective, this verse encourages us to shift our focus from wanting more to appreciating what we already have. It reminds us that true contentment doesn't come from accumulating material possessions, but from recognizing and appreciating the abundant blessings that we already have in our lives. From a spiritual perspective, the verse reminds us that our ultimate fulfillment comes from our relationship with the divine, from being guided by the Lord, our shepherd. It reassures us that in the divine, we will find all that we need. So, the Lord, as our shepherd, signifies divine guidance and the assurance of all needs being met. In our daily lives, this verse can serve as a constant reminder to trust in the divine, to appreciate our blessings, and to find contentment in our relationship with the Lord. It's a message of faith, gratitude, and contentment. A message that resonates deeply with our spiritual journey. Let's delve deeper into the verse, exploring the imagery of green pastures and still waters. When we picture green pastures, we often think of a serene, idyllic landscape where animals graze freely, basking in the warm sunlight. Green pastures, in this sense, symbolize peace, tranquility, and abundance. It's an image that stirs a sense of calm within us, a place where we can rest, where our needs are met, and where we are free from worry and fear. This is the state of being that the verse promises when we follow the Lord, our shepherd. The green pastures may also represent spiritual nourishment. Just as green pastures provide physical sustenance for the sheep, the Lord provides spiritual food for our souls. This nourishment comes in various forms. It may be the wisdom we gain from reading sacred texts, the insights we glean from prayer and meditation, or the comfort we find in fellowship with others. And then we move on to still waters. And why still waters? Why not a raging river or a vast ocean? The still waters mirror the tranquility of the green pastures, but they also signify something more profound. Still waters run deep, as the saying goes. The depth of these waters may represent the depths of spiritual understanding and wisdom that can be reached when we follow the shepherd's lead. Just as water is essential for physical life, it is often used in spiritual texts to symbolize spiritual life. Water cleanses, refreshes, and revitalizes. These still waters, therefore, could be seen as the spiritual refreshment that the Lord provides. The imagery of leading beside still waters paints a picture of gentle guidance towards a life-giving source, a path to spiritual renewal and rejuvenation. The combined imagery of green pastures and still waters paints a vivid picture of a life of spiritual abundance and peace. It's a life where we are cared for, nourished, and guided. This is the life that the verse promises when we follow the Lord, our shepherd. But it's important to note that this peace and abundance aren't merely material or earthly. They are spiritual in nature. They speak of a deep inner peace that transcends our external circumstances, a nourishment that feeds the soul, not just the body. This is the peace and abundance that our souls yearn for, the peace that the world cannot give, the abundance that doesn't fade away. In this verse, the shepherd, leading us to green pastures and still waters, promises to guide us to this place of profound spiritual peace and abundance. As we delve into the depths of these waters and rest in these pastures, we find our souls restored, our spirits refreshed, and our lives transformed. Green pastures and still waters thus symbolize the serenity and nourishment that our souls yearn for. Moving on, we encounter the valley of the shadow of death and the Lord's comforting presence. This segment of the verse, rich with symbolism, shows us the way through life's most challenging terrains. The valley of the shadow of death is a metaphor that can be understood in two ways. The first is literal, a reference to the inevitability of our mortality. The second, and perhaps more relatable, is figurative, representing the trials and tribulations we face in our daily lives. These valleys could be anything from personal loss, illness, or financial hardship to periods of self-doubt, fear, or uncertainty. However, the verse doesn't leave us stranded in this valley. It brings forth the image of the Lord as a shepherd guiding us with his rod and staff. The shepherd's rod was a tool used for protection, warding off predators, while the staff, with its crooked end, was used to guide the sheep, pulling them back onto the right path when they strayed. In the context of our lives, these tools represent divine guidance and protection. This part of the verse assures us that no matter how steep our valleys, how deep our shadows, we are not alone. The Lord is with us, guiding and protecting us. His rod wards off our fears, and his staff gently guides us back onto the path of righteousness. This is an affirmation of divine support in the face of life's challenges. It is important to note that the verse does not promise an absence of difficulties. Instead, it promises the presence of divine guidance and protection during these times. It's a reminder that even when we're walking through our darkest valleys, we don't have to fear any evil. We're not alone in our struggles. The comfort offered by the Lord's rod and staff is not just physical, but also emotional and spiritual. It's the comfort of knowing that we're being looked after, that we have a divine shepherd who cares for us, guides us, and protects us. It's the comfort of knowing that even in the darkest times, we are not alone. This verse is a powerful reminder of the divine support that is always present in our lives. It encourages us to face our valleys with courage, assured of the Lord's guidance and protection. It teaches us to trust in the divine plan, even when our path seems uncertain or fraught with difficulties. So, the next time you find yourself in the valley of the shadow of death, remember this verse. Remember the Lord's rod and staff. Remember that you are not alone. You are guided, protected, and loved. Even in the face of adversity, we find solace in the divine presence, which is a comforting takeaway from this verse. As we conclude this enlightening journey, let's revisit the verse and reflect on its profound wisdom. This psalm, this spiritual gem, has taken us on a journey through verdant meadows, along tranquil waters, and into the dawning shadows of valleys. It has allowed us to explore the depth of its message, a testament to divine guidance, spiritual nourishment, and comfort in adversity. We began with the image of the Lord as our shepherd, a symbol of divine guidance. He leads us not through treacherous terrains or impassable mountains, but to green pastures and still waters. These images convey a sense of peace and serenity, a promise of rest and refreshment for our souls. Then we delved into the notion of spiritual nourishment. The Lord doesn't merely provide for our physical needs, He restores our soul. He leads us on paths of righteousness, guiding us towards ethical and moral living. We learned that this guidance isn't for His benefit, but for ours. It's for our growth, our development, our transformation. Next, we ventured into the valley of the shadow of death, a metaphor for the adversities we face in life. Yet, even in the face of such trials, we discovered a comforting truth. We need not fear any evil. Why? Because the Lord is with us, His rod and His staff providing comfort and reassurance. We also explored the image of a table prepared in the presence of our enemies, our heads anointed with oil, our cups running over. This speaks to the abundance of blessings, even amidst challenges, a testament to the Lord's unwavering care and provision. Finally, we embrace the promise of perpetual goodness and mercy following us all our days, and the hope of dwelling in the Lord's house forever. Remember, the Lord is our shepherd, guiding us, nourishing us, and comforting us through the journey of life. Let's carry this wisdom with us as we navigate our spiritual paths. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and understanding.